Britain and Europe are having a geo-engineered heatwave called the Azores plume. It is clearly geo-engineered, and I think it is connected to the coming events, which were predicted in the 2017 Economist magazine. So we have this heatwave in the UK, and tomorrow is 7/11. So before 9/11, you had a hurricane that was diverted off course, and we have this heatwave. We also have the collapse of the Georgia Guidestones. We have Boris Johnson resigning, although Boris Johnson is still Prime Minister, and I feel that this is the time to worry about where they might pull off something. So we have the Economist magazine here, 2017, and this cover shows you a timeline of events, because on the 24th of June we had the planetary alignment, and we have it here predicted in the 2017 cover of the Economist magazine. We have a crack in America, and we have the protests, and what we have now is protests around the world which are growing. Here we have the tower. It looks like a collapsed volcano. I think it looks like La Palma. You also have a nuclear explosion here. You have a comet here. We have a comet called Comet K2, which was discovered in 2017, the same day, the same year that the Economist predicts. So we have this comet called Comet K2. It might be visible to the naked eye. So we have this card which predicts the alignment, the planetary alignment we've just had in 2022. And we have these protests. We have a crack in America. Now, Boris Johnson resigned on 7/7. And Boris Johnson is the 77th Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He is the 14th Prime Minister under Elizabeth II. So that's 7/7. He's famous for writing a book called The Churchill Factor. Churchill was the first Prime Minister under Queen Elizabeth II. Is Boris Johnson the last? As he is the 14th, 7/7. He's the 77th Prime Minister. He resigned on 7/7. Now, on this Economist magazine, we have the alignment, which was on the 24th of June. The 24th of June, 1717, was when Freemasonry was created. On the 24th of June, it's called Midsummer. Midsummer's Dream is a play written by Shakespeare, who Shakespeare was associated to an esoteric group of writers connected to Freemasonry. And on Midsummer, on the 24th of June, Freemasonry, 1717, Freemasonry was created. And then in 2022, we have the alignment, the planetary alignment, which is predicted here in the Economist magazine, 2017. 2017 is the anniversary of the creation of Freemasonry. So it was the 300th year anniversary, 2017, of Freemasonry, where they had that gala at the Royal Albert Hall, where they talked about Shakespeare. And you have here the planetary alignment predicted in 2017 in the Economist magazine, and it happened to be on Midsummer, which there's a play which is about angels and fairies by Shakespeare called Midsummer's Night Dream. So it's all connected, and Boris Johnson is participating in a Shakespearean play. And also he resigned in the month of July. The month of July is named after Julius Caesar, a play by Shakespeare. The first man to get the potion was called William Shakespeare. We are following a Shakespeare script written by Freemasons. And so Boris Johnson, and some people say he actually resigned at 9:11, so I'm not sure about that, but he resigned on 7/7, that's July. You have him being the 77th Prime Minister, the 14th under Queen Elizabeth II, that's 7/7. And I predicted this on my previous channel, but unfortunately that video got wiped out by YouTube. So already in 2019 I was predicting this, and I'll show you here in this clip. So this is a channel called Reboot the Matrix, and I was talking about Boris Johnson and how Boris Johnson was destined to become our wartime leader, and that major events were going to happen under Boris Johnson.
Prime Minister Scott, see how the squad wipe is doing the V for victory sign? He's doing the V for victory sign. This is propaganda. This is going to build up into something with Bojo and Trump. Saying's on the way that he's doing the V for victory. Now, the only other channel that's really picking up on any of this is Israel Diego Rivera. He's the only other person who's been picking up on Boris. And he made a good point that Churchill had an American mother, and so does Boris. Yeah, it's being set up. We're being set up here. Get ready for World War III.
This video was made in July 2019. So, as you can see, and I was predicting this back at that time, but my first channel got wiped out. All this is a script. It's all connected to 9/11, 7/11, 7/7. You had the London attacks, which were on 7/7, 2005, which is another 7, 7/7/7. And so all these events are connected. And the first Calzine, when they announced the first Calzine, I was looking back at my videos, and the first Calzine was announced on November the 9th, 2020. That's 9/11. So they're constantly using these dates like 3/11, 9/11, and 7/11, and 11/11. So this thing with Boris Johnson is not over. And this heat wave, this engineered heat wave, seems to be connected to an event that is coming soon. Thank you.